It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Jaguars and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. And this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
Personnel is out. Everyone's ready to get this one going. And away we go from East Rutherford. Here's Carter on the return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Kirk comes in motion right. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. He's going to throw this one. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Short side option here. He's running left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Breaks the tackle, still going. And And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
They'll run here on first down. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Second and 6 coming up here. Looking to the air here. Like a good target prop, Neighbors is there. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
To the air now on first and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Throwing from the gun here. He finds Johnson. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings them to third down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing on third and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. This from 35 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while, and it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory, best kickers always have, and convert the next time around.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9. They go right back to ETN. And he's brought down for a loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Looking for a throw here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Jacksonville in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Escapes a defender. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Giants football. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Airing it out to start this drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Completed over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
He puts some power on a deep one left. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Giants are set to punt. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Here's Etienne on first down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They send him left out of the slot. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. Call it 1 yard on the play. That leaves him with 3rd and 14.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He beams one deep right up, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Give now to the running back. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants parlay the interception into points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Evans now to return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he got this close to midfield before going out. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They're running the option, short side. Oh, the football's loose. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. 2nd down now, 7 to go. An option give here to ETN. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Micah McFadden able to make the play. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Lawrence working from the gun. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
ETN will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Jaguars cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They give it to him again. And defenders are there to get him at the line. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defensive coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. This guys on the field made the right play.
Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He throws a bullet, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. We'll have him gain about a handful there. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 38. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, That is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. J.K. Scott on the punt. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Jaguars are going to take over from deep in their own side. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Down he goes. The Giants got to him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't a linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Here's Lawrence to throw. Getting out to his left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. He breaks the tackle. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. A tremendous return. He got 31 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Taken in by Bellinger. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Connects on the crosser. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Has it down close. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the New York touchdown. The Giants break the tie here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Kirk comes in motion right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's Thomas, he's got it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Now we give to ETN running right. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. ETN again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Slot man motioned over. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Targeting the sideline, Kirk has it. Don't think he's going to get much, if any, as he heads out of bounds right near the line.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Begins his return at the 16. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And they're going to take over possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. Hand off to the back. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be Jaguars football. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll start this series with an option left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
2nd and 13. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down. They put a receiver in motion here left. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Kirk in motion left. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Mechie hauls it in. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He takes off left on this 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Lawrence to throw it. That pass caught by Strange. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Etienne can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Lion.
One more time with Etienne. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars tie things up at 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's complete right side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Plowing up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 34. Looking right, and he finds him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Simple dive up the middle. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
At their 48-yard line.
Back to throw. This is complete to Neighbors. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They've got first down from the 31. He'll throw it. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's caught for the first. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a second quarter lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's a give to ETN. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Complete beyond the marker. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Trying it right side with ETN. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They motion the tight end over. Looking to throw, Lawrence. The screen pass falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pass complete to Mechie. This is ahead for about 5. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Here's Lawrence to throw. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, you've got a first down here. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. From the red zone now. That's taken in by ETN. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
It's dime defense from the G-men. 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The kick by Shudak is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Dropping back to throw. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. They'll try and throw it here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Oluokun with the pick.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Nothing gained or lost on that run. And now it's 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. ETN on the catch. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Running it here with ETN. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Micah McFadden able to make the play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10 now. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Now motion him out of the backfield. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Complete, it's Ingram.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Corliss Waitman on to punt. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. On first down, they'll run. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. All right, here we go. Second down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw it on first down. He's got Bellinger. Jukes out a one-stop, and they make the tackle at the 38. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Putting the tight end in motion. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one. Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Kirk in motion left. They go right back to ETN. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Lawrence looking to throw. defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And he's bottled up at the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing now on 1st down. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. On the move, past the 40. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Taken in by Bellinger. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Running back sent in motion. 1st down from the red zone. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Giants using their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll throw it again. And this is caught. Touchdown, New York. The Giants will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Micah McFadden able to make the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. That's going to bring us to the end of this first half of football with the Giants holding things down in East Rutherford. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Roster spots are going to be won or lost depending on these next 2 quarters. So let's get back to it, as I'll hand it back over to
All
Kate
set
and
for
Brock.
the kickoff. Little with the honors. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds after a tough return. Offense looking at its own 17 to begin the drive. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Brought in right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. To throw here on first down. Finds a man right side. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll throw on first. That one's complete over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 17. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Pass play now. That's caught for the first. And in, touchdown, New York. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants push their lead to 18. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense getting set to go. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 11. Able to find Strange here. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Lawrence working from the gun. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Giants are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A give to Tracy up the middle. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Ventrell Miller making that play. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They'll throw it. This finds Bellinger. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. Has room into the secondary. Then he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants continue piling onto this lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Back out runs their offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Gets this to Fant. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he gets taken down immediately, right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Throwing is Lawrence on third down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
The kick by Shudak is good. And it shrinks to a 3-score game again, the lead 22.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw it on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Broke through the tackle. And the Jaguars are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Now this offense getting set to work here. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Again, it's Bigsby. Open space inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved Maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They bring the tight end in motion. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Connects with Fant. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Man in motion here. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Mingo, the motion man here. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Complete to his back, Tank Bigsby. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Took his shot at 6 that time. And 4th and 4 coming up.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
The kick by Shudak is good. And it only does a little against the deficit, which drops to 19.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. A handoff to Tracy. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Ventrell Miller making that play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's Tracy once more. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. They go right back to Tracy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Punting unit out now. J.K. Scott will kick it away. He's got it at the 24. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be their football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Running right is Bigsby. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the gun, Lawrence. got a man, it's Bigsby. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tyler Newbin with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
So 3rd down, Giants trotting out 6 DBs in the dime set. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Lawrence throwing here. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now it's 2nd down. They'll motion a tight end left. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He gets this one to Strange. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
They give up the gun to Bigsby. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's Bigsby. He's got it. Takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 1st down play nets them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. from the 36. And they pick him off again. And the Jaguars get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play. And that is their fourth interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. One interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
The Jaguars back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
It's a new set of downs for them at the 32. They've got a man in motion. First down throw, Lawrence. That's Jonathan Mingo, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They run it again with Bigsby. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Call it a 70-yard pickup, and they're just a yard away now on 2nd and goal.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars trim the deficit down to 5.
Jaguars 37.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Finds the in route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running this with Tracy. And they make this stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They go play action here. That's caught for the first. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Touchdown, New York! Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants push the lead up to 12. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And the work's already half done thanks to that return. They're taking over at midfield. The Jaguars returning their offense and this running back to the field. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll run this with Bigsby. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. On the give, it's Bigsby. And they bring him down around the 34. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. This is Bigsby. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. Lawrence working from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars trim the deficit down to 5.
Jaguars 44.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now here comes the New York offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Here's Tracy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
It's Tracy on the carry. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Being offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing off the play fake here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
This is Tracy. And he's tackled for a short gain. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. Blast through midfield. And he's finally brought down at the 33. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Again, it's Bigsby. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. Rolling now to his left. And this one doesn't go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. A handoff to Tracy. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They go play action on first. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
They'll throw it on 1st and goal. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down. They go right back to Tracy. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants push this to an 8-point game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants push the lead to 2 scores now. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need Gain some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He gets this one to Strange. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds his back complete. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Lawrence looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Deontay Banks. And the Giants are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They run. Here's Tracy. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Tracy once more. And again, he can't manage anything. Defense all over him at the line.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hyatt with the grab. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants with a 2-score lead. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Third down from the gun. Taken in by Bellinger. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's a give up the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.